Good morning. Today, me Dr. Prachi and Dr. Ashish K. Babu are presenting a unique method to treat split tooth titled as United We Stand and Divided We Fall. Split tooth is defined as a complete fracture initiated from the crown extending subgingivally. It is usually directed mesiodistally, which involves both the marginal ridges and both the proximal surfaces. Treatment of split tooth has always been an enigma to endodontists, and it is commonly advised for extraction due to its poor prognosis and difficulty in treatment. There has always been a yearning in endodontists to unify these separated segments and to re-establish proper form and function. This thought is a reflection of a famous saying and the title of my presentation, United We Stand and Divided We Fall. Maxillary second premolars and mandibular first molars are the most common teeth to be affected by vertical split, with only 16% incidence in maxillary molars. Trauma, heavily restored teeth, endodontic treatment, bruxism, cracked tooth syndrome, malocclusion and heavy occlusal loading are the various reasons for vertical splitting of teeth. What do we have to actually look for in a patient with vertical split? The patient can present with pain on mastication, periodontal abscess, tenderness on percussion, and we have to check for the extent of fractured segments and whether the segments are displaced, and further radiolucency on radiograph if any. Bite test, multiple sinus tracts, radiographs, deep periodontal pockets, transilluminating light, dye penetration test, magnification and illumination with microscope and fiber optoscope, advanced imaging with the help of cone beam computed tomography, and last but not the least, endodontic microsurgery are the possible ways to diagnose vertical fracture. American Association of Endodontists has stated that a vertical split tooth cannot be saved and it has to be extracted. Since then, various methods like acrylic crown, metal crown, restoration with pins, adhesives and experimentally lasers have been used to treat vertical split tooth. Now Dr. Ashish K. Babu will take over and present the case.
I am continuing with the case report where the vertical fracture in a maxillary molar was managed conservatively. A 46-year-old patient reported to our department with the chief complaint of persistent pain in the left upper back tooth region since last 5 days. Clinical examination revealed vertical fracture involving the pulp with respect to 1.7 and 2.6 where the fractured segments were not displaced. Since the fractured segments were undisplaced, it was planned to provide biological seal with the help of MTA, to lute the fractured segments with the help of flowable composite, and to provide mechanical reinforcement with the help of ligature wires and circumferential tie with the help of an all-metal crown. This slide shows the clinical and the radiographic images of the fractured tooth. Tooth was immediately disoccluded so as to not aggravate any further pain. Preformed orthodontic steel bands were used and luted to the tooth so as to facilitate endodontic treatment and provide stabilization. Under proper anesthesia and isolation, endodontic treatment was carried out. After the completion of endodontic treatment, MTA was placed in the fracture site and a moist cotton pellet was placed over the MTA. The tooth was temporized and the patient was recalled after 72 hours. In the second sitting, the orthodontic bands were removed and dual cure composite resin was used to lute the fractured segments together. Slots of 1 mm depth, 4 mm length and 2 mm width were made in the middle third of both the buccal and the parietal wall. Transverse holes were made, 2 on the buccal wall and 2 on the parietal wall. The radiograph was taken to see if these holes were parallel to each other. Fine ligature wires of 0.005 gauge was twisted and looped and was inserted from the parietal holes and were taken out from the buccal holes in the buccal side. The wire was tightened by twisting and the excess wire was cut out and the twisted wire was compacted in the buccal slot. Flowable composite was used to seal the grooves and packable composite was used to fill the access cavity. Minimal crown preparation was done on the buccal and the parietal aspects so as to not cut the ligature wires compacted in the slots. An all-metal crown was fabricated so as to reduce the excessive loading on the tooth. A 4-month follow-up of the patient revealed a completely asymptomatic patient with the tooth restored back in normal form and function. This picture depicts the buccolingual section of the tooth that was treated, depicting the positions of the various materials used for the treatment. This picture shows 1.7 and 2.6 both restored by the same technique. Now here is a video that shows and depicts the treatment strategy followed by us. Vertical split fractures seen in the maxillary molars is a rare finding. Also, this kind of fractures are seen associated with endodontically treated teeth. But in my case, it involved vital maxillary molars, making it all the more a unique case. The previously used methods did not take into consideration the biological aspects of the fractured tooth. But we, in our case, aimed at providing mechanical strength to the tooth and making the tooth biologically sound. In this case, occlusal grinding was done to relieve the tooth from masticatory load. Orthodontic bands were used to facilitate the endodontic treatment and to stabilize the tooth, and ligature wires were used to splint the tooth and make it mechanically strong, and flowable composite was used to glue the fractured segments together, and circumferential tie was provided by an all-metal crown. To conclude, I would like to say that this innovative technique used by us can be used to treat successfully the vertically fractured tooth and to save it from extraction. But it can only hold good prognosis if the patient reports immediately after the fracture has been caused and the fracture line does not extend below the middle third of the root. This slide shows our references. Thank you.